Tonight on Mello TV Sports, the West Indies women have lost their second T20 of the series to England. West Indies all-rounder Jason Holder to join Sunrisers Hyderabad in the IPL. And Paris Saint-Germain forward Angel Di Maria banned for 4 games. We bowl off Mello TV Sports with cricket as Captain Stephanie Taylor today notched up a batting milestone as she and Deandra Dotting put together a half-century partnership. But a significant collapse saw the West Indies women suffer a second straight 47-run loss to England in the second T20 International today. Now, West Indies looked well placed to chase down England's total as Dotting 38 and Taylor 28 put on a 61-run partnership for the second wicket. But once Dotting fell, the tourists crumbled, losing 7 wickets for 24 runs to finish on 104 for 8. Chanel Henry 7 was the next best batswoman along with extras of 7. Maidie Villiers, Sophie Eccleston and Sarah Glenn took 2 wickets each. Taylor had earlier sent England to bat first and saw them slump to 96 for 6, a 46-run stand between Glenn 26 and Catherine Brunt 18 eventually helped them to 151 for 8. Taylor took 2 for 12 and Shakira Selman 2 for 32, with 1 wicket each going to Hayley Matthews and Affie Fletcher. The West Indies will need to win the 3rd game on Saturday to stay in the series. Meanwhile, Stephanie Taylor became the first West Indies woman and only the second ever in history to score 3,000 T20 international runs. The 29-year-old reached the milestone today in her 103rd innings and has now 3,020 runs at an average of 36. Now, she is also the leading West Indies woman in one-day internationals with 4,724 runs at an average of over 44. In a 12-year career, the Jamaican has cemented her status as a legend in the women's game with 21 half-centuries in T20s. She is now just 11 wickets shy of 100 T20 international wickets, which would make her the first player, male or female, to achieve the milestone of 3,000 T20 international runs and 100 wickets. Still on cricket, Barbados trident captain Jason Holder will join Sunrisers Hyderabad in the IPL as a replacement for Australian Michelle Marsh. Marsh will miss the remainder of this year's IPL after twisting his ankle on his debut. Marsh, who cost Sunrisers $270,000 in the IPL auction, was injured on his follow-through after bowling only 4 balls in their opening game against Royal Challengers Bangalore on Monday. Holder will fly to the United Arab Emirates UAE immediately, but will be unable to join up with the Sunrisers squad straight away due to COVID-19 protocols. Jamaican all-rounder Andre Russell and Sunil Narine were today on the losing end after captain Rohit Sharma smashed 80 of 54 deliveries as IPL champions Mumbai Indians got off the mark in this year's tournament, beating the Calcutta Knight Riders by 49 runs. The Mumbai Indians opener struck 6 sixes and 3 fours, becoming the only second Indian player after MS Dhoni to pass 200 maximums in IPL history as his side posted 195 for 5. Kieran Pollard made 13 not out in a total that proved too many for the Knight Riders, whose innings never really got going and was restricted to 146 for 9 in reply as Mumbai bounced back from their opening day defeat to the Chennai Super Kings. Russell and Narine picked up a wicket each and made 11 and 9 respectively in the run chase. We get over to football news now. Chelsea's new £71 million signing Kai Havertz scored a hat-trick as the Blues today thrashed Barnsley 6-0 to reach the Carabao Cup 4th round. It was the 21-year-old German international's first goals for the club after arriving from Bayer Leverkusen earlier this month. Tammy Abraham, Ross Barkley, and Olivier Giroud were also on target as Frank Lampard's side eased through at Stamford Bridge. The Blues will visit either Tottenham Hotspur or Leyton Orient in the next round. Spurs' game against the League Two side was called off yesterday after several of the Leyton Orient squad tested positive for COVID-19. Also today, Arsenal defeated Leicester City 2-0 to set up a potential fourth round against Liverpool. The Premier League champions will face League One team Lincoln tomorrow. Newcastle, Everton, and Fulham also enjoyed wins on the day. Paris Saint-Germain forward Angel Di Maria official he had heard a racist comment. Now, in announcing Di Maria's ban, which begins on September 29, the Ligue de Football Professionnel said it will examine the file related to Neymar and Gonzalez on September 30. On to basketball news now. The Chicago Bulls have hired former Oklahoma City Thunder head coach Billy Donovan as their next head coach. Arturas Korzinovas, the Bulls' executive vice president of basketball operations, aggressively pursued Donovan after the coach left the Oklahoma City Thunder, selling the coach on a partnership and vision for a talented young roster and a chance to lead one of the league's anchor franchises. Korzinovas and general manager Mark Eversley believed Donovan was the best coach available and that his track record in Oklahoma City, including 5 straight trips to the playoff in the Western Conference, made him a good fit for the Bulls. Now to end tonight's sports package, we present you with Sports Spotlight. Tonight on Sports Spotlight, I want to talk about a move in NASCAR racing that involves a former NASCAR driver and a former basketball great. Now an owner of the Charlotte Hornets and arguably one of the greatest basketball players of all time, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, he and former race car driver Danny Hamlin will form a NASCAR team that will set off or go over the checkered mark in 2021. And their driver they've decided on? Bubba Wallace. Now, as you can remember, Bubba Wallace was instrumental in NASCAR taking down the Confederate flag during race day, and that was a grand gesture. But we have to ask here at Mello TV Sports, was that the right move? They say it's because of diversity, but what do you think? This has been Sports Spotlight. And those are the stories making sports news tonight. We now head back to the news desk with Shelley and Hill.
Thank you, Christopher. And now, to end tonight's newscast, here are the main points. Analysis of CSEC results indicate that 76.5% of students were awarded grades 1 to 3 in all subject areas. New measures to be taken to facilitate education due to the continued surge of COVID-19 cases as schools prepare to reopen on October 5. Four-term MP Lisa Hanna today named frontrunner for the presidency of the PNP by a Bill Johnson poll. And the Jamaica National Foundation offers 15 one-year tertiary scholarships to universities and colleges in Jamaica. And that's our news package for you tonight. Thank you for tuning in to Mello TV Evening News at 8. I am Shelley Hill. Stay safe and pleasant viewing.